Hello, I've been asked to give you a demonstrative speech on a skill I feel like I've mastered. Lucky for me, I'm a barista and I've chosen my everyday job, and that is pulling a shot. There's a lot of different aspects that go into pulling a shot, and today I hope I can cover all of them with you. I'd like to start off with the scientific side of it, and that is just the beans itself and just the overall concept of pulling a shot. When you pull a shot, you know, you're going to get the espresso and it's going to come out in your little cup, and you're going to have three different flavors of it. First liquids will be acidic, the second layer will be sweet, and then the third layer will be bitter. And this is important because the timing highly affects the quality of your shot. You can get bad quality shots and get good quality shots, and that's the difference between good coffee and bad coffee. So when you get your espresso machine, you want to what we call dial it in, and you want to get that perfect shot. And how you do that is you get a good balance of all three. When you pull a shot that's long, it's going to be more bitter because you're going to get the acidic, you're going to get the sweet, and then you're going to get more of the bitter because it's pulling towards the end. And if you get a short shot, you're going to get your acidic, you're going to get your sweet, but it's not going to have enough time to produce the bitter to get a good shot. And that's pretty much the science of that. And there's different aspects that go into it, like the type of roast you get. You got light roast, medium roast, and dark roast, which are all affect how you're going to dial in the machine and how you're going to finely tune it. I like to go over here to demonstrate how to pull a shot. So we got this. It's called a portafilter. And you're going to place it on your scale, and you're going to zero it out. You're going to go over here, and you're going to get your grounds. And it's important, right? You see right here, it's a certain texture. And this is the texture that fits this machine in general. But you're going to see different textures throughout different coffee shops or what types of beans you're using. And this is how this is how you precisely get the good shot if you need to make your grounds thicker or if you need to make them thinner. So we're going to place on our scale right here. The recommended is 18 grams. So we're at 18.3, and that's okay because a little bit of variation in your grounds is okay. I'm going to get my distributor, and I'm going to distribute these grounds so we can get an accurate and consistent disperse of that. And we're going to get this tamper that lightly compresses our grounds. That's another thing for good consistency. And we're going to place it right here. So once you get it in here, there we go. We're going to get our shot holder, and what I'm going to do here is flip open the hot pressurized water, and it's going to go through the machine. So you do that, and I have my timer over here, so I get good time. I know it needs to be around 30 seconds long, so we can wait here. And this right now, it's going through the acidic, and then it's going to hit the sweet, and then it's going to hit the bitter. So to get a good balance of all that, it has to be about 30 seconds long, which we are hitting 25. So I'll stop this and I'll turn this off. So you can smell it, and a good smell, once you've been around enough, and you can kind of determine like if it's too sweet or too bitter or too acidic. And this one does smell a little bit more bitter, but that's okay because it isn't. What changes the bad barista from a good barista is being able to adjust your settings right here. So right here it's bitter. So what I would do is I would make my grounds thicker. I mean my grains, sorry. So I'll make my grains thicker, or my grounds thicker. Anyways, after we're done pulling our shot, we take this right here and we clean out our portafilter, and then after that we're ready to go for another shot. And that's pretty much how you pull a shot in general. Anyways, yeah, so there's all these, hopefully you learned all the different aspects about pulling a shot. And just to go over it again, we got the three different flavors that go into it: the acidic, the sweet, the bitter. And you want to make sure your timing's good. You go over here to your utensils, and you want to make sure you put it on the scale and the weight's correct after you grind it. And then you dispense it and you tamp it for good consistency. And then you're gonna take your shot over here and you're gonna pull a shot, and then you can check your shot, and based off your results, you can adjust whatever you need to adjust. But anyways, that's my demonstrative speech, and hopefully, you know a little bit more about how to pull a shot. Thank you.